that settle back and enjoy this game now. Manchester United against Sheffield Wednesday in the company of Ian St John, and making his debut on the Big Match Live, your commentator, Peter Brackley.
Thank you, Jim. Let's take a check then first on the two sides, starting with Manchester United and Chris Turner's magnificent form, still keeping out Gary Bailey. And up front, Atkinson stays with the combination of Mark Hughes and Peter Davenport, still looking for his first United goal, Davenport, and Terry Gibson is the Manchester United substitute. Sheffield Wednesday have Martin Hodge in goal, with the Wednesday substitute today, Mark Chamberlain. Today's referee is Vic Callow from Solihull near Birmingham. It really has been pouring with rain here most of the morning, and particularly so in the last few minutes. And I wonder what effect it's going to have on conditions here. The pitch isn't in the best of shape as it is. Manchester United had to kick off, attacking the Stretford end in this first half. Certainly with plenty to prove. It's a mountain for them to climb if they're to hold themselves back into championship contention. But as long as it's still possible, you can rest assured they'll persevere. Olsen's corner again. Hughes got the header on. Hodge couldn't really clear it. McGrath driving it back across. And half a chance for Paul McGrath.
Well, Martin Hodge has come into this game when a lot of people looking at him with a view to possibly going to Mexico, but the last two crosses he's really scrambled at, hasn't he? I mean, he came out for this one, came in among a ruck of players and had a flap at it, and only knocked it down there to McGrath, and that was a little half chance for United.
Problems up front. Now Sterling with Sheffield Wednesday. Good running now then by Shutt, found by Shirtley. Chapman and Shutt both arriving in the middle. Mixon. Well, the danger signs were there for United. Cross it well too. Hughes! No goal. Foul by Hughes on the goalkeeper.
Well, I think that's worth another look at, Peter, isn't it? Because, you know, there's so many fouls given against forwards when they go in challenge on the goalkeeper. And I must say, I didn't think there was much wrong with that one, but let's have a look at it again. He has possibly got his elbow across him.
I think his arm went, yes, it got into his face there.
Yeah, I think the referee was right.
Snowden on the break here. He was Doncaster's leading goal scorer last season before joining Sheffield Wednesday, and he plays as a left back here.
Well, again, you know, United have been pushing up, and they got caught there. Mark Higgins waiting for the ball to bounce. I thought it was a foul, by the way, by Chapman. He sort of brought it down with his arm, but again, a bit of a chance.
Shutt is onside from Hart's header. Now, can he finish here? Oh, good save by Turner. Got his angles right. And deprived Carl Shutt of the goal. Duxbury, twice in the space of 60 seconds. Sheffield Wednesday very nearly took the lead. Here's Olsen. United looking to bounce straight back, and they got the free kick. Jesper Olsen going down under the weight of that challenge. Olsen with the kick. The flick on, I would say, Robson with the header. Sterling. The chase is on here. Shutt and Higgins. As the half-time whistle blows, the first half has had its moments.
Well, I think it was a good goal. I can't see anything wrong with it. It's a fair 50-50 challenge. Up he goes. And it hits him on the back of the head. We've got Nat Lofthouse here today. Jim, as you know, you met him before the game. I think he'd have been after the referee a little bit lively if that would have been
one of those goals, though, that goalkeepers would say, yes, that was a foul, but any striker would say, well, you've got to go for it.
Goalkeepers are overprotected. That big wet weeks now, aren't they? And it's high time the law was changed a bit fairly in favour of forwards. That was a good goal I made.
Nat, I think in your day you were allowed to put the goalkeeper and the ball in the back of the net with those famous shoulders of yours. But what did you think about Mark Hughes' disallowed goal?
Well, from where I was sat in the stand, I didn't see anything wrong. I thought he made a connection with his head and then his body followed through, and that was the connection with the goalie.
Do you ever think back to that great 1958 Cup final when you put those 2 goals past Manchester United?
No, that was obviously a foul, the first goal that I scored. You can't compare my goal with the Hughes' goal there. That was a bloody good goal for me. And he's disallowed it, and I don't know for one reason why he has done that. I think the goal is overprotected today, and it's wrong. It's spoiling the game.
Nat, thanks very much indeed. Let's go back to Peter Brackley.
Thank you, Martin. I still reckon the referee was absolutely right, but there you are. Sheffield Wednesday then starting the second half, attacking now the Trafford end, and straight away an offside decision against either Chapman or Shutt. Important, of course, for both sides to finish as high as they can in the first division, just in case the ban on Europe is lifted for next season. Duxbury then for Manchester United, trying to get Dickman away down the right. Terry Gibson, who started only 1 game since his move from Coventry. He's had 4 run-outs as substitute, and another one today. Not in the second half, in place of Peter Davenport. Olsen with the corner, and off Hughes for the goal kick. And really, Ian, Peter Davenport had a disappointing first half.
Well, the poor lads play with no confidence, and as I said at the beginning, I don't know why, because, I mean, I think any player in the game would want to come here and want to play in this stadium in front of the crowd.
There's the situation regarding United's goal scorers this year. Just 5 goals from strikers. A very poor return. Chapman's header on. Thompson was up there and shot. Classic finish from Carl Shutt. Well, his record speaks for itself. 54 minutes gone. 11 goals now in just 18 matches. Thompson's presence there helped to set up the chance, and how coolly he tucked it away.
Well, you know, United have lost 3 goals. The last 3 goals they've lost have been right through the middle, and you've got to blame the centre-backs, really. They made a terrible mess up of that, and you can't blame the goalkeeper, but Shutt certainly took it well.
So, United a goal down here at Old Trafford against Sheffield Wednesday as Hughes tries to work an opening for himself. Sieverbeck. It's all looking sour at the moment for Manchester United. A season that started with so much promise. And here they are in trouble once again. Now, Kidman. Well, perhaps this might lift United and bring the best out of them. Certainly had that effect, I felt, in the week. Shot to Thompson. As Chapman outside him. Can this be 2? Side netting.
Well, Peter, you could drive a bus through the centre of Manchester United's defence at the moment, and, you know, another tremendous chance again there for Wednesday. You know, you look at it and you see, where have the centre-backs got to?
Certainly they're all over the place there. And Chapman couldn't complete the job. But serious questions being asked at the moment about this United defence. Ron Atkinson calling for more urgency and effort. He'll be a very dispirited man at the moment. So hopeful after that very, very impressive start to the season. When you take out key players like Strachan and Colin Gibson, who've been playing so well, it's bound to create problems, and here's one created now. Turner brings him down, Mel Sterling, and that is a penalty.
Mel Sterling, the man getting forward there. You know, as I said to you, what a good player this boy is. And had he got past there, who knows, he might have got the ball and knocked it in anyway. But a definite penalty kick.
So it's Sterling against Chris Turner. It's 2-0. 61 minutes gone. And Mel Sterling has made it 2-0. A disenchanted goalkeeper, Chris Turner, who gave away the penalty. And Sterling knocking it sweetly past Chris Turner. And how well these three at the back have played, the three central defenders in.
Yes, they certainly have.
Hughes with no real direction on the header, and safe in the arms of Hodge. He looks rather disenchanted with it all. The feeling is, though, that he's been back to something like his best form in recent weeks, although he hasn't been scoring, now that all the speculation about Barcelona is behind him. Sterling, oh, he spotted Gibson! Surely! Well, a catastrophic miss by Terry Gibson. We've got round Hodge. Disastrous back pass by Sterling. And somehow he failed to turn it in.
Well, you've got to put that down as a blatant chance.
There's the sad tale from Manchester United's point of view. 2-0 down here. Yeah, well, I'm sure a very disappointed chairman, Martin Edwards. Sterling. And the cheers around the ground greet defeat for Manchester United, and whatever title hopes they may have had have surely disappeared now. Mel Sterling with the second goal from the penalty spot after Carl Schutt had given Sheffield Wednesday the lead. And Manchester United have been beaten here by 2-0.
Mr. Faulty, I want a word with you in your office.